his wife was sitting there in a chair shivering, and she was dealing with fibromyalgia. Relive had helped her like 50 some percent. She was sleeping at night, being able to function during the day. And I walked over to her and I said, Jean, I've got a thought in mind. And she just said, Jim, we don't have a lot of money. And I said, that's not going to be a problem. That's not going to be a problem, because Sandy and I are going to do this as a business. And not as as a business, but we're going to go help a lot of people. And money will not be an issue for you and Clayton the rest of your lives.
And Jim and Sandy have gone on to build one of the largest distributorships with Relive, and all because of a 79-year-old little man at a trade show.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Jim. And hang on, we're going to go to Q&A here shortly.
Okay.
Next, we're going to go to somebody who's become a dear friend of mine, Joyce Ferguson. She and her husband, Les, they live in Dayton, Ohio, but they travel. They have got a lifestyle that you would not believe. They have freedom. They have flexibility. They are down in Florida right now, getting ready to head to a couple other places before they go home. And Joyce, if you would unmute your line and come on and share how Relive has changed your life.
Can you see me and hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we don't like winter in Ohio anymore. So we leave our 1st of January and come back the 1st of May. And Relive's responsible for that. I would have never dreamed it would be responsible for so many things that it has done for my life. But I started as a 39-year-old and I'm 74 now next month. Crazy, isn't it? And I was really excited about the results I got at first, but they were very simple things. I had no energy. I had 3 children that were babies, really. They were under 4 years old. And I had a husband that was traveling a lot with the Air Force. And I met Relive through an Air Force officer who shared it with him. And he came home with it and said, I think you ought to do this. And I had no time, no energy. I was emotionally spent. I was having really bad sinus infections all the time. I was trying to get used to Ohio. I'm a Southern girl. It was not working. And I had a lot of PMS, menstrual pain. I was dreading every day. And I got on the products more to make everybody shut up than anything else. But I knew that intellectually I was not eating well. I knew that I was not getting the nutrients I needed. So I started taking the products. And within 3 weeks, I was sleeping through the night. I was waking up refreshed. I was not griping, grumpy, difficult to live with. I was a better mother. I stopped having PMS the first month. I never had it again. I stopped having sinus infections. By the end of the second month, I realized I had not had any kind of sinus issues at all. My energy was just terrific. And what do? You tell a few people, and people around me started getting better results than me because I wasn't sick. I was just overstressed and tired. And these people were getting serious health results with serious issues. And it's a tingle that you get that you're slightly responsible for somebody else feeling better. And then it started to save lives and change lives, and it just spread. I'm more excited now about the results I have as a 74-year-old, to be on really no medication, to feel good every day, to be physically able to do this trip every year and other trips. Relive is responsible for a lot of travel in our lives. Just to feel good at this age and to know people like you guys who also feel good. There's nothing accidental about what's happened with this product, to all of you, to me, to any of the people that I've ever introduced it to. So it's a very blessed product, and it's also very scientifically engineered to be good for you. And I've never seen anything I've been shown a lot of things in the last 32 years, but I've never been shown anything at all that comes close to what this does. But I'm going to take it till I'm not breathing anymore.
I bet you are. Can't take that stuff away from us.
No.
74 years old. There's not many 74-year-olds out there that are not taking any medications. I mean, that is amazing. And you were talking about how excited you get through other people. I mean, that's what I tell people. I said you get excited about Relive one of two ways, either through your own results, but like you and I, we were already healthy. But you can get really excited when you go out and you change other people's lives. There's not a better feeling than when somebody calls you back and thanks you for introducing Relive to them because they're off the couch for the first time or they're not having migraines or whatever. So you keep sharing Relive, keep loving your life and traveling and enjoying it. And you tell us we said hello.
I will.
Thank you, Joyce. Now, we're next going to go to somebody who I am extremely grateful for, and that is Tom Pinnock. Tom is also one of the top distributors in Relive. He was responsible for training me, teaching me, helping me see the vision. Tom believed in me more than I believed in myself 36 years ago when I found out about Relive, and he has just been a mentor to me. He's also responsible for helping Joyce and Linda and so many people in Relive, so many great leaders and ambassadors. So, Tom, would you unmute your line and come on and share how Relive has changed your life?
Hi, Mindy. Yes, I sure will, and I'll be happy to. It's so great to see everybody. I hear these stories, and it makes me just want to go make a shake right now. But if I go back, think about it, over 36 years ago, someone was nice enough to introduce Relive to me. And at the time, I was a really fat guy, well overweight, over 200 pounds. If I got a shoe shine, I'd have to take the guy's word for it. I couldn't move. I smoked. I ate terrible. I was a journalist. I was a writer for the Orlando Sentinel. And I knew I was, I needed to do something. I just didn't know what it was. I tried lots of things. And someone brought Relive to me. And I knew the importance of taking better care of myself because, I had 3 kids, young kids, and I started thinking, wow, I need to look at the long haul here. And I started taking the products. And, if you pick up a can of Now and you read the back of it and all the ingredients that are in there, it's going to take you a while to read it. If you tried to put that into a gummy or a capsule, the capsule would have to be the size of a Volkswagen. I mean, you're getting so much out of Dr. Carl's work and Dr. Ted's work and Dr. Galvez's work and Dr. Opie's work. This is science at its best. I felt better right away. I had more energy. The truth is, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And I started losing weight, Mindy, and I went to well over 200 pounds. And I started on my path to becoming that guy I was when I was a paratrooper again. And I used to think about it. Man, at over 200 pounds, I jumped out of an airplane with a parachute. I would have probably gone straight to the ground. I wouldn't even gotten out the door. And I started losing the weight. I started feeling good. I started moving more. I started eating smarter. And I never missed my Relive shakes. I'm down to 174 pounds today. Weight that I lost over 36 years ago and never have put an ounce back on. But I'll tell you what I'm so grateful for. It's not that just Relive came into my life and gave me this incredible product that gave me energy, helped me sleep better, that helped me to lose the weight. And you and I both know there's a better weight loss system in Relive today than we've ever had with what Dr. Galvez and Dr. Opie have put together. Oh my, and Jim just talked about that. Just absolutely phenomenal. But the thing, Mindy, is now I have granddaughters. I have 5 granddaughters. And I am so grateful every day for Relive that it came into my life and helped me to take better care of myself. That I am what I am now in my 70s, where I still can run. I can shoot my age in golf. I can play with my granddaughters. I can swim. I can bike. I can do anything that I could do in my 30s. And that's because of these products and all the wonderful people around these products that support them. And you just touched on something very important. And that is because I had such great results and I fell in love with these products. I shared it with so many people. And the results these people came that got because of these products was phenomenal. And people like my father, children, best friends. When you have something that's this good, that helps people this much, you just want to share it, and you share it from your heart. And that's what Relive's given me, and I am so grateful for all the people and for all these products in the life that I have today. I owe it to Relive. And and thank you, Mindy.
I love the fact that we've been able to grow up together, Tom. We've
Yes.
seen our children grow up. We've seen become grandparents together. I remember celebrating your 40th birthday when you lived here in Atlanta.
I
that
do.
Yeah, that was 30 some years ago. So, you know what, y'all? The biggest skeptics become the best distributors. Tom Pinnock was an investigative newspaper reporter for the Orlando Sentinel, and he was as skeptical as they come. But the products changed his life, and he felt like a moral obligation to go out and share it with other people. And the people you heard from tonight are people that have been on these products for decades. When was the last time that you found a product that you said, hey, once you got on it, you're like, I'm going to be on this for the rest of my life? You can bet that the people that you just heard from will never get off these products because they have.
Yadamot ko na hun.
Okay, there you go. So I want to make sure you understand that we don't make medical claims to cure or heal anything, but our bodies are the miracle. And when you put Relive in your body, it goes in and actually works at the cellular level and gets your body working the way that it's supposed to. And we're going to go ahead and stop the recording here shortly and open it up for Q&A. But next week, we will not be having a Relive Connect. I want to let you know that because it's Easter week and we want you to be able to spend time with your families. And then the following week, we're going to have Dr. Alfredo Galvez on talking about the science of Relive. And he is always does an amazing job. So put that on your calendar and we will be back in 2 weeks from tonight. So let's stop the recording. And then if y'all have questions, you can put them in the chat and Lyra and Robin will help you or Dawn will help you, tell us what the questions are for whoever.
Recording stopped.
All right. Great job, everybody. Fantastic. All right. Well, if you have questions, there is a chat box at the bottom of the screen. You can put that in the chat. I have a question for Joyce Ferguson while we're waiting for other people to step up. Where's Joyce? Are you still here? Is she still on?
I don't see her. I'm looking for her now.
Okay, maybe she had to hop off. I know that they were going out to dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't have a question for Joyce.
Well, I'll write it. But I have a question. While people are thinking and putting it in the chat, I'll ask the question of anyone who wants to answer, any of our guests. You have all been incredibly successful with Relive right now. In the past. What is the secret to being a successful business builder in this current customer situation? What is the secret? Is there anything different that you would do now than you did 20 years ago?
Great question.
I believe that success is always driven by belief. When you believe in something, you will always tell others about it. You can't help it.
Yeah, like we talked about, you feel like you have a moral obligation. When products change people's lives like this, people feel like they have a moral obligation to go share it with people that they care about, people they love, their family, their friends. And every dime that we make as distributors represents lives that are being changed, just like you heard tonight.
All right, Mindy, we have a couple of questions in the chat. One question is, what are the favorite products?
All right, Linda Ty, what's your favorite product?
I like a combination of products. That's what works best for me. I use the Fiber Store and the Artifact twice a day, every day as my base. And then I will add the others, Reverse Age or 24K or whatever. But those three are my core products. And then I take the Lunasin drops and I take the Lunasin capsules. And so I've enjoyed those. When I added the Lunasin drops some years ago, I thought my eyes were getting worse. And actually, he had to keep reversing my prescription after I took them. Now, I still wear glasses, but they're very light prescription now. So I see such a difference. I feel so good when I take my shake. I can tell the difference. Even after more than 30 years, I can feel it.
Wow. Jim, do you have a favorite product?
I would say hold on. Okay, I am now Energized Fiber Store, Luna Rich X, all the Lunison products, Reverse Age, Provantage. Which,
If Rita makes it, I think you take it.
well, here's what it is for me. It's what's going on in my body that day. And, you know, I always take now Energized Fiber Store and Luna Rich X, both of those. And then if I'm got something else going on in my body at that point in time, I'll add one of the functional formulas, the targeted solutions for a period of time. Yeah, I just keep it simple.
I think we could build a company off of any one product that Rela makes because they're all that amazing. But yeah, I love all of them.
Definitely.
All right, we've got some questions here.
Yeah. I was going to ask, someone is asking about, I think Osmani, he kind of, it dovetails with the question that I asked. What did you do in the early days that made the biggest difference long term? And if you had to start over today with no team, what would you focus on in your first 30 days?
That sounds like a Jim Schaben question.
You know, it wouldn't be any different for me because it all comes back to, for me, it comes back to talking to people. And, you know, you make a list, you know, some people make a list and they do a lot of social media, they do whatever, but I make lists of people's names and I'll just call them, get together with them. And the other thing is I'd work day and night. I mean, that's what we did. And that's what we've been in all of our businesses that we've been in. That's what we did. We just worked hard, believed in what we had, and just went and told people about it. You know, the other thing is this, take the power multiplication. You all know what the power multiplication chart is. And, you know, just take that chart, you know, where it's 3, 6, 9, 27, just put 3 names there. Just work your tail off to where you got 3 names where they're on the first level. Work your tail off helping those 3 get 3. Work your tail off helping the 9 get 3. And work your tail off doing presentations with those people, Zoom presentations, just like what you've got here. You could do FaceTime with your phone. You can do 3-way calls, but it all comes back to being focused on helping other people get results. And whether they want the products or whether they want the products and the business, that's their choice. And I'm happy with it, whatever choice they make.
Follow up. What's the biggest mistake you see good people make that keeps them from becoming great in this business?
Tom, you want to answer that?
No, I think you could.
Come on.
Come on, Tom.
He's trying to unmute his line.
There we go. I finally unmuted. Oh, it's like, you know, look, this is a fun, simple business. The biggest problem people have is they try to make it complicated, and they do activities that aren't income producing. You know, you have to be consistent. You know, when you look at someone like Jim or Joyce or you, Mindy, or any of the great distributors, what they have is a passion for the products. They believe it. And when you believe in something, when you truly believe in something, you're not going to keep your mouth shut. You said it early, Mindy, and it's something I taught you long ago, and that is you've got a moral obligation to go out and share it. When if somebody hadn't shared these products with Jim? What would Jim's life look like? Mindy, what if I hadn't shared these products with you? What would your life look like? Or if someone hadn't shared them with me? It would be tragedy. And we could, you know, how many people can we say that about? Thousands and thousands of people would say that. So first of all, there is nothing more important than your health. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. You just don't have it. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care where you live, what you drive. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And what Relive has been a pioneer of for 37 plus years is helping people to better health. Now, you got a lot of companies coming along and trying to do what we've done for decades, but they're not us, and they never will be. Understand what you've got, the science behind it, the men who created it, the shoulders that we stand on. Oh my, these guys were brilliant, and they gave me the opportunity to share their work and their passion and their dream of their creation of these great products. And you said it earlier, Mindy, you can take any one of these products and build a business around them. Any one of them. They're that good. What great distributors do, and I've watched them through the years, is they are passionate and they are consistent. The biggest thing that keeps people from being successful is they quit. They're not doing it. Oh, they'll blame the product. They'll blame their upline. They'll blame somebody. But the fact is, when someone's not having success in their business, the first thing I do is I look them in the eyes and say, are you taking your product twice a day? Are you? Because if you are, you know how good these products are, and you have people that you care about and you want to go share them. And Jim just said it. This is about a lot of people doing a little. Go out and find 3 good people. You know, I look at this phone call and I look at Linda and I look at you, Mindy, and I look at Joyce Ferguson. My goodness gracious, what an honor to have people like that in your team. And team is key. As a team, you will work better. You will work harder. You will inspire each other. You will pick each other up, just like we did in the beginning, Mindy. You were having a bad day, I'd pick you up. I was having a bad day, you would pick me up. We worked together. We made calls together. We did meetings together. It was a team. Build a team of people that you truly care about and want to help get healthy and want to help build a business, and go out and do it. And when you do it, have fun. Have fun. Life is too short for unfun and for negative and stinking thinking and all of that stuff. You have to stay positive. You must stay positive, and you must believe. In the beginning, Mindy, you didn't have the belief in yourself that anybody that knows you says, oh my gosh, this girl's got everything. And you didn't see that in yourself. But it was a team around you that saw it, and you became the incredible leader that you are today. So be consistent. Take your product, know the history of your product and the giant's shoulders that we stand on, and care about others, and go help them. And you'll build a team that can take you around the world just like it did for us. And you'll build relationships forever. And then you can get into your 70s and you can still enjoy your life. You know why? Because you're in good shape, because you can still move, and because you have the resources to go see your grandkids when you want to. Relive's a special company with special products and special people. And for 37 years, it's been an honor to be a part of it because of people like you, Mindy, and Jim, and Linda, and Joyce, you know, all the wonderful people, Angela, on this phone tonight. I love it, and I know you do too.
Well, we have a few more minutes, Tom, and there is a question directed to you.
Uh-oh.
Tom, tell us about how you felt about helping your dad with his health and him joining you in the business.
Yeah, my dad is, I think of my dad a lot, especially this time of year, because he was born in March, and he was a highly decorated soldier during World War II, a pilot, in many ways, you know, a superhero to me. When he was 74, he came to me and said, you know, I'm struggling financially, and he did most of his life. Had 7 kids. Things weren't going great for him, health-wise and money-wise. And I said, Dad, you can do this. We'll do it together and have a ball. And his presentation was simple because he got on the products and he had amazing results. It gave him energy. It gave him fire. It gave him a spunk back, and he wanted to build a business. And he would just go up to all his old friends and say, you know, everybody I got on this product is still alive. And all of those who didn't get on it are dead. What do you want to do? And my dad built the best business. I mean, he became an ambassador of Relive. He traveled the world with me and went to conferences with me. And for 20 years, we worked shoulder to shoulder together and have so much fun. I appreciate that more now than ever.
Thank you so much, Tom. That's
Absolutely.
very special, very special. Okay, for everyone, those guests, we have one more question, and then Mindy, I'll let you close it out.
Okay.
Good question. You guys all have young adults in your lives these days. Is there anything in particular you would say to a young person to help them understand the incredible opportunity they have, even though they don't really have any health issues, so they don't really see a need and the opportunity sitting there?
I would just share stories. I was the same way. I was 34 years old when Tom Pinnock came to me. I was young, didn't think I needed the product. I was always healthy. So I would share my story. Or if it wasn't my story, I didn't have that story, I would find somebody that did have that story and have them share it too. But I'll tell you, there's so many stories out there of people like me that started this business as a young person that are now living financially independent, and having the freedom and the lifestyle. It's all about showing them the stories and showing them the bigger picture.
And having them think outside of themselves. I mean, they may be super healthy, but they know all sorts of people in their lives, parents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, church, friends, that if they can look outside themselves and see it so much bigger, there's so many they can reach out and help, and they will be compensated for that. They'll be rewarded for that.
Yeah. And I tell people too, this product isn't for sick people. I mean, it's for everybody. Young, old, male, female, healthy, not healthy. It doesn't matter. Look at these people, 74 years old, not taking medication. How would you like to be that? Have that? I wake up every day and I don't have a pain in my body, and I'm going to be 70 years old this year. I mean, that's just unheard of, y'all, for people that aren't on reload. Any other questions? Is that it? I guess we need to cut it off, Lyra. Okay, great. Well, listen, I want to thank Tom and thank Linda and thank Angela and Jim and Joyce. You guys were phenomenal. Thank you so much. I'm ready to go out and sponsor somebody tonight. But I love what Tom Pinnock told me. He said, keep it simple. He said, all you have to do is put a leash on this product and follow it around. It'll take you to the most amazing people and amazing places. So, y'all, I can just tell you that if it can happen for us and the people that you heard from tonight on the Zoom, it can happen for anybody. Most of us knew nothing about nutrition. We knew nothing about home-based businesses, but we were willing to work and we were teachable. And all you got to do is go out and believe, and just go out and be consistent, like Tom said, and just have the guts to pick up that phone and call people. So have a great night. We will see you in 2 weeks, and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Good job,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody. Excellent.
Happy
Oh
Easter.
my goodness.
Well,
Thank you so
wonderful.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent.
Good job,
Excellent.
everyone.
Good to see everybody.
Wow.
Hey, Tommy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
I miss seeing Tom Pinnock on these Zooms. Oh my gosh, you got me excited again.
Excitement
Yes.
automatically just
Yes.
goes up.
Mindy,
Automatically.
I sponsor somebody. Love you guys. Have a great
Love
evening.
you.
you.
Hey, Robin.
Thank you.
See you soon, but have a happy Easter. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Blessings.